Hey, what's up, Florida, and welcome to the third episode of FMTV. I'm your host, Vic Lima, and everyone knows me as the Beanie Guy. In this episode,
I meet Greg Riley at Johnny G's in Lakeland for the Tattooed Sweetheart Bikini Contest Reunion Tour, where we interview Greg and some of the lovely tattooed sweethearts before they go and strut their stuff on the stage. Then we go to Quaker Steak and Lube for Tampa Bay Music Network's 12th annual Musicians Appreciation Party with some of the best musicians around the state of Florida. We interview a couple of them and watch some of their amazing performances. While we were there, we ran into some other artists who came to support the show, and we found out more about them and their products. Also, we were there and I ran into the Tiger Lady. She does a lot of Saturday night car shows there at Quaker Steak and Lube, and a lot of them are for local charities and benefits. She also introduced me to her husband, who has an awesome classic El Camino. All this and more coming up on this episode of FMTV, Florida Music Television.
Hi, I'm Jessie. You're watching FMTV. We'll be right back.
hey, what's up? What's going on, people out there? Beanie Man here, Vic Lima, and I'm in Lakeland today at Johnny G's Bar. That's right, and I'm standing with here Greg Riley. How you doing, Greg?
Pretty good. How about you?
He is a promoter here that is throwing the Tattooed Sweetheart Bikini Contest, an annual event that you do all the time, and you've been doing it, but now you've resurrected it. Is that correct?
Yes, I haven't done one in about 3 years, 5 previously before that, so trying to get it kicked off again.
Greg, give me some idea about what you're going to do tonight.
Well, tonight we're going to run the contest. I'm going to do things a little bit different. It'll be a 2-part contest this time. We'll have all of our girls come up and let all the judges see them. And, of course, it's not a popularity contest. It's judges by the scoring, and the tattoo section of the scoring is worth twice as much as the appearance / poise.
Or the bikinis.
Yes, or the bikinis. Let's not forget the bikinis.
Right. Give us some shout-outs to some of your sponsors tonight.
Okay, we've got Sick Ink out of Riverview. I have Sinking Ink from Lakeland. I have Rock City from Lakeland. And I have Eden's Apple from Lakeland and St. Pete.
Okay, fantastic. And you said you're going to be doing some auctioning, some items off, stuff like that. You've got some certificates from some of these sponsors. Name some of the items that you have tonight for up for auction.
Well, OTC, which is Off the Chain Winter Haven, a little biker bar, great place. Extreme Mobile Detailing, they've given me quite a few certificates for full details. And then, of course, tattoo certificates, a hair salon, Melanie's Cutting Edge over in Winter Haven.
Right. And how many judges do you have here tonight?
That's yet to be seen. You know how that goes.
Do you have any other future events lined up here coming up, or are you thinking about doing
I'm wanting to do different venues, probably West Central Florida, St. Pete area, maybe Sarasota.
So 4 to 5, 6, half a dozen, something like that a year or something like that.
Yeah.
I appreciate you letting me come out tonight. It's always a pleasure working with you.
Good.
Greg, we're going to have a good time tonight.
Yeah, we'll see some more of each other, too.
And I'll tell you what, this guy knows how to do a show, and let me tell you, he's hooked up with all the ladies. There's going to be some pretty women here tonight, and you will be seeing, as my boy PJ will be filming this. FMTV, Florida Music Television. I'm the Beanie Man. This is Greg Riley. We'll see you back in just a couple minutes.
Hey, I'm Everywhere Eddie, and you're watching FMTV.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? Vic Lima here with Florida Music Television, FMTV. We're at Lakeland at Johnny G's Bar, and of course I have one of the contestants that are going to be in the Tattooed Sweetheart Bikini Contest, I believe it is. And your name is?
Jessica Borga.
Jessica Borga. And where are you from, Jessica?
Lakeland.
At what age were you, and what influenced you to get your first tattoo?
I just wanted it, and it was 16, so I was young.
What was it?
It was a star on my shoulder. Actually, I got 2 in one day. Just that and my tramp stamp.
My tramp stamp. That must be above the... Well, we'll see that a little later on when you're in the contest. Of course, I won't ask you to take off your attire. I love your Guns N' Roses outfit. Look at that. All right, so then you were how old? About
16.
16? And then what inspired you to continue doing tattoos? I mean, what was it that...
I have an addictive personality, I guess, because I just went for it, just kept going, and now I lost track after 50. So
After 50?
yeah,
So you're
I
covered.
think every time I've been in the chair, yes.
Wow, that's a lot of tattoos. All right, now, and how long have you been, do you do some modeling, some professional modeling or something?
I do. It's not my main
That's
job.
all right,
but
I've
yes,
seen you fight. You're better with your
Have you
shoes off
featured or
anyway.
anything before?
And Hot Ink magazine, I was on the cover, and also featured in Ink magazine. So,
Wow, that's impressive.
but I'm also a pro MMA fighter, so that helps.
Really? Really? Wow,
No one
better
ever
watch out,
guesses
guys.
that one.
Don't hit on her too hard. She might hit you back. Anyways, listen, it's been a pleasure. I look forward to seeing you. You know, the best of luck to you.
Thank you.
You're a lovely young lady. And, of course, damn, that's hot. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. I'm Vic Lima. You're watching FMTV.
Jesse, the Black Widow Borga. Let's hear it for Jesse.
And I have one of the entries here, Tara Elaine. How you doing today, Tara?
Good. How are you doing?
Not too bad. Listen, I want to ask you a couple questions.
Magazine
Obviously,
cover girl.
I want to know you're in a tattoo contest. So, what age were you, and what influenced you to get your first tattoo?
Okay, I was 18 years old, and the movie A Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger, where it was all about you can be anything and you can change
she's
the
a
stars no matter
tequila
what you're
shot
born into.
girl
You can change
also.
the stars. So, like, my first tattoo ever was the stars going down my side, basically representing like you can change the stars.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Whatever you
And so, like, that was 18.
Yeah, 18.
And so you continue doing tattoos, and obviously you've got quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Do you know how many tattoos you have now?
No, I don't even know anymore. Last time I saw it was like 19, but I got like
Thank you,
more tattoos
Tara.
every.
All right, so you lost track of how many tattoos you have. Now let me ask you something. You're a
Timbo's
lovely young
not
lady,
afraid
and
to
of
ask
course
for
you've
looking
done
at
some
it.
modeling in the
Yeah.
past, have you not? Have you been featured on any magazines and stuff?
Yeah, I've been published in Ink magazine about 4 times. I've been published in a multitude of other magazines, on the cover of a few smaller magazines, and then I was also on season 6 of Ink Master as a Master Human Canvas.
Really?
For the live finale, yeah.
Wow, we're gonna have to go check that
Yeah,
out.
for sure.
And is
Season
there a
6
website or
Christmas.
something that we can get a hold of you or see more pictures?
On Facebook and Instagram, it's Tara Elaine Official, so it's TERRELANE Official. So it's on both Facebook and Instagram.
And so you're all over the place then.
Yeah.
Listen, it's been a pleasure. I want to welcome you. Good luck tonight. And of course, thank you so much for interviewing us, all right? We've got another contestant here. This is Angela. How you doing, Angela?
I am doing phenomenal.
And you're all excited to be in this contest, aren't you?
Oh, I'm excited, ready to rock it.
There you go. Listen, I got 3 simple little questions. I want to find out how you got into tattooing. What age were you, and what was your first tattoo?
Okay, so I was 18 years old. As soon as I could get away with it, I did it. And my first tattoo.
Uh-oh.
Oh. My little hummingbird.
Damn, that's hot. So anyways, and so now, obviously, as you've gotten older, you've got more tattoos. Do you know how many tattoos you have presently?
I have a total of 9.
9 tattoos.
Yes.
Not too bad. And of course, obviously, you're a lovely young lady, and of course, we appreciate you joining the contest. But were you in any magazines or featured in any stuff before in the past?
Yes, I'm actually in Born to Ride magazine. I was Biker Babe of the Month. And I'm also in Enchanted Angels magazine.
Don't you wish
There
you
you
were
go.
a
All
judge.
right. Well, listen, I appreciate you coming out tonight. I want to wish you luck tonight on the contest. And we are at Johnny G's for the Sweetheart Tattooed Bikini Contest. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with a feature from one of our sponsors.
I'm Angela, and you're watching FMTV.
So remember to go to Tattoo Sweetheart's YouTube channel and see who wins this contest, plus much, much more on what they do.
Who wants to see the beautiful woman?
I'm Tara Lane, and you're watching FMTV, and we'll be back in just 1 minute.
Vic Lima here, the Beanie Guy. We're at Quaker Steak and Lube today for the 12th annual Musicians Appreciation Bash. That's right, I do an event every year, and I follow 5 bands come from around the county to showcase their talent and their products here at Quaker Steak and Lube. We do it every first Sunday, and today we have a special day because we have all kinds of extra activities joining the show. And of course, I am here with Angela. She does a car show here every Saturday night at Quaker Steak and Lube. How you doing today, Angela?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
No problem. And I want to talk a little bit with you because I see all these fantastic cars around here, and we have a segment in my show, Florida Music Television, FMTV, that's called Damn, That's High. And it consists of a lot of cars, bikes, beautiful women, and all kinds of stuff. And of course, you've got some awesome cars here today, which PJ will show you in just a little bit. But I want to talk more about your car show. Tell me exactly what it is Angela's car show is about, and what do you do here other than Saturday night at Quaker Steak and Lube? I'm sure you're all over the Bay Area, correct?
Absolutely.
Give me a little more insight there, Angela.
What we do normally is we do a lot of charity and fundraisers. You know, we look out for the community, the people that need help in us with the kids and everything. We do it every first Saturday of the month here from 11 to 3 at Quaker Steak and Lube. They also support us very much as well.
Well, as far as how about getting involved in registering the show, what does it take and what are the requirements and what are some of the, give me the parameters of what it takes to get involved in the
It costs $10 to get in for your registration, and everything goes to the charity. Also, I also give out these beautiful trophies as well. Also, we deal with wildlife and rescue, so I do bring out the 600-pound tiger, which the picture is right there. But we do a lot of things that help, you know, bring the community together and have a place to hang out and show beautiful cars and trucks and bikes, and everybody's always welcome.
And networking and meeting new people and seeing beautiful cars out here that have been fully restored, some of them hot rods, some of them classics, all kinds of stuff. We'll be walking around a little bit and checking out some other ones. But listen, I want to tell you, I've been by here before. You always got a great turnout Saturday nights. Of course, it's Sunday today because the weather was a little crappy yesterday. Listen, Angela, it's been great talking to you.
It was a pleasure.
I look forward to work with you in the future. Maybe perhaps we can do
Absolutely.
some charities together because the Beanie Guy and TBMN is very known for doing a lot of charity and fundraisers
honored
as
for
well.
you having me
Oh, my
today.
pleasure at all. So
Thank you so much.
you have a great day, and we'll be back with a little more of Angela's Car Show right here at Quaker Steak and Lube Saturday nights. I got a friend of ours here that has built this car, and he's going to tell us a little bit about it. How you doing today, buddy?
Good, good.
What do you got going on in this thing? That looks like a huge motor.
Well, it's a 1970 El Camino, Malone 502, about 725 horse.
Holy moly. And how long did it take you to build this? When did you buy this car?
I bought this car about 5 years ago. I bought it because it had a straight body, and I didn't have to do the body work. But everything else, suspension, motor, interior, I did myself. A friend of mine, Mike Malroney, helped me with the motor. Classic Auto up in Tarpon helped me out. It's a fun car to drive.
Everyday rider, you told me?
Yeah, as much as the weather will allow me to.
I wouldn't put this out. I wouldn't put this out in the weather either. I do a lot of restorations and custom auto body for a long time, and this car looks very, very nice. Whoever did the paint job on it and everything, obviously the motor's fantastic. You also mentioned though that you love your music, so you installed a killer stereo system in this as well.
It's kind of 212s, a couple 6s. Build a custom box for the back. I like to cruise with the music and not booming.
Well, what kind of music do you like listening to then?
Classic.
Classic rock.
Classic rock,
Of course.
little heavy metal, some rap, you know, older 50s guys.
All kind of stuff. So is this vehicle for sale by any chance, or?
It'd take a lot to get rid of it.
This is your baby. You're not really looking to sell it. Well, listen, I want to thank you very much. Of course, you're here today at the Quaker Steak and Lube for Angela's Car Show. They're here every Saturday.
This is Tampa Bay's Zenith. Like
Hey, who's that?
It's the sun.
Hey, what's up? Vic Lima here, the Beanie guy. We're at Quaker Steak and Lube for TBMN's 12th annual Musicians Appreciation Party. And of course, look who I ran into, some members from Against the Sun. How you doing there, Justin?
Doing great, Vic. How you doing?
Not too bad, and of course?
Awesome as always, thank you.
So I'll start with you. At what age were you when you realized that you wanted to what was it that influenced you to get into this crazy music business?
Led Zeppelin, man. My dad let me listen to In the Light, and it brought me to tears, and I knew that I was probably 8 years old, and that was it. I wondered why there couldn't be peace in the world with music like that.
Great answer. And how old were you?
I was probably about 13 or 14 years old.
And what was it that influenced you to get
The hair bands.
Really? In the 80s?
Yeah, in the 80s. Yep.
Any particular band or just the whole 80s?
I was big into Motley Crue and Rat, but honestly my favorite was probably Iron Maiden.
And what age was that?
I got turned on to Iron Maiden when I was probably about 12 or 13.
Well, I was young. It was in middle school and high school when I started playing music, which would have been marching band. And I've always liked music. Music's always been my thing, you know. And then after March,
did you play? What'd you play?
I played tuba, sousaphone, and concert tuba in high school and in middle school. And then after all that, I started learning how to play drums at 17.
12 years old, I started playing guitar and singing. By age 13, I moved on to the bass and started in my first band.
I'll get back to you on that. So hold on, 13, how old were you when you started playing guitar, was it?
12.
12 years old. And what were your influences at that time?
Pretty much, I would say Frank Zappa, Iron Maiden, and Rush.
All right, so leads you into my second question. Of course, you're a musician in the Bay Area. So what age was it and what influenced you when you start actually playing live?
In high school, when I started playing live, I was in a Blink-182 tribute band. And it just spiraled from there. Once I started listening to music on my own, the punk rock, that's what really influenced me and got me.
Name some bands that got you. Blink-182.
Oh, Blink-182, Green Day was another big one. But I always stuck to my roots. I was always a Zeppelin and Rush fan. And so those were the guys who really got me.
The classic rock and roll, opened up your eyes, but then of course all this, at your age, the music that was going on obviously
my dad
on the radio.
hated it.
Like our dads hated the music when they were into Elvis and all that stuff. But how about you? What was it that, what age did you start playing in a band?
I probably started playing out live professionally. I'd say I was probably 24 years old. And believe it or not, it was a blues and funk band. And Stevie Ray Vaughan was probably my biggest influence at that point.
What was the name of that band?
That band was called Dirty Work.
Dirty Work?
And that was in Illinois.
In Illinois?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well,
was about 17. I started playing drums with a neighborhood buddy of mine, had a guitar, and we started playing little parties here and there. And, it just progressed from there. And then I met Dave in 1996, and we've been playing together ever since.
Drummer and bass player, right?
The backbone.
So when did you actually start playing live in a band? What age and what were you? 13. About 13. So that was it.
That was it. I started right out of the gate.
So you've been playing quite a long time. Both of you have been in the business for a little bit. So, but was there a moment, an event, something that happened that you felt at that moment that, wow, I'm actually living my dream of playing in the music industry?
I was in a band in Connecticut in like 2006, and we played a show in front of like 3,000 people, and that was pretty huge for me. I mean, the crowds we play here are great. They're loyal. They have a lot of fun with us, but having that many people listen to you was pretty stunning.
You get that vibe, and you feel like I've made it, and now I am a rock star. How about you, sir?
It was probably 1995. I played this festival in Illinois. It was called Ellador, and it was kind of a scaled-down version of like Woodstock. And there was about 2,500 people. They were all tired, dirty, muddy, and drunk. There was nothing but tents and campers. And I was up on stage, and I'd never experienced anything like that in my life. And when I started seeing women pulling up their shirts, I'm like, wow.
This is the life for me.
This is the life for me.
say personally, Jeremy and I were in the Deception Band, and we opened up the first Motley Crue Fest at a place called Duke's in Orlando. And being up on that great big stage, wow.
That made you feel like a rock star. I'm on my way. How about you, Jeremy?
That was a lot of fun. The Duke's Cabaret doing the Crue Fest in Orlando, that was one of the highlights and probably my most favorite time of playing drums in the band.
All right, well, anyways, great answers, guys. Now we know a little more about you. But I want to ask you now, of course, Against the Sun. How long has this band been together?
We've been together for about a year now, just over a year. I actually got introduced to Jeremy through Craigslist. He answered an ad. I was bored and I wanted something to do, and I always wanted to, play music live again. And he gave me a call. We had instant chemistry, and the rest is history.
All right, well, we'll get to Jeremy and Dave Sampson here in just a minute. But when did you join the band? How did you get Against the Sun?
I got involved with them probably, I want to say, about a year and a half ago. And I knew Jeremy through some mutual friends. I was in an original band called Falcon Awesome. And the bass player would have music in the round in their house. And one night, Jeremy brought his drums and we jammed. And when that band disbanded, Jeremy reached out to me. He said, "Hey, what are you doing right now?" I said, "Nothing." He's like, "Why don't you come jam with us?" And I was like, "Seriously?" Like, I don't know if I'm good enough. But I'm going to tell you what, these guys have pushed me better than I've ever been before in my life.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. And of course, we'll be interviewing Jeremy and the bass player. Let's segue in what you're doing today, Against the Sun. Tell me a little bit, Jeremy, how that. You and Dave start this band?
Well, yeah, we were looking for some singers and stuff, and we came out of another band that we were in, and we left that band, and then we started jamming again together, and we needed a guitar player, and I started doing some searching, and I remembered Mikey was an awesome guitar player, so I got a hold of Mikey, and Mikey said, "Hell yeah," so he came out, and we did some tryouts, and then we just started jamming from there, and of course we had a different singer then, and then he left the band, and after that, I was looking through Craigslist, and I found Justin's ad on Craigslist, and I gave him a call, and he came, and we tried him out, and 3 or 4 times, and came back, and we said, "Yeah, you're the one, bro."
Look, thank you so much, Jeremy. It's been my pleasure. David, it's been a pleasure. And of course, Against the Sun, one of the hottest up-and-coming bands in the Tampa Bay area. Check out their calendar, their Facebook page. Check them out. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. My name is Vic Lima. I am the Beanie Guy. We'll be back because you're watching FMTV, Florida Music Television.
On 3?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. We are Against the Sun, and you're watching FMTV. FMTV rocks!
Hey, Vic Lima here, the Beanie Guy. We're at Quaker Steak and Lube for the Tampa Bay Music Network's 12th Annual Musicians Appreciation Party. And of course, guess who I ran into? Another rock and roll star that's coming out with a band called Vox. This is Regis Lima. Regis, how you doing today?
Thanks for having us.
Well, I'll tell you what, I gotta interview this guy. He walked through the show, I talked to him earlier, saw some of his videos and his music online. It's incredible. These guys are hot, they're new, they're coming out. Actually, they're not new, they've been around for a while. But I'm gonna talk to Regis here and find out a little more about them. But anyways, Regis, Vox, tell me what that's all about. What's going on with that?
Well, I used to be in a cover band with the same guys that we're playing now. The name of the band used to be No Politics. And I decided to start a solo project called Regis Vox. And it was Regis VOX. So, and then long story short, we became an original band. And I'm trying to come up with the name. And I was like, well, let's keep Vox. But VOX, that means vocal voice in Latin, you know that. And then we came up with adding another X, so it looks a little different than the original project.
All right, so we're going to get back to that in their music and how you can see them. I'm telling you, it's incredible. But I'm going to get back to the roots. I want to ask you the infamous 3 Beanie questions. And of course, this basically sums up an artist's career. I like to find out more about my artists other than just you performing live on stage, you know. So we're going to get behind the scenes a little bit. So my first question is at what age and what was it that inspired you to get into this crazy music world?
I know, man, it's crazy. It's funny because, you know, I'm from Brazil. I used to listen to American music in Brazil. Had no idea about the meaning of the music. I just loved the melody. I would say I started listening to American music. I was probably 8 years old, 1982. But the singing part, it took a long time. I started late. I was probably early 30s when I started singing, going to karaoke's here and singing with the lyrics, and it just got me going. And a lot of people were like, you know what, maybe you get better. Maybe if you enjoy this much, you start taking vocal lessons. So from that point on, it just took me where I'm at right now.
All right, so Regis, so what age was it then that you actually started playing live in a band?
Well, I would say early 30s. I moved to U.S. I was 25. It took me a little bit, to get adjust to the language, learn a little bit. I didn't know anything.
So you actually, through your whole teenage and high school years, you never played in the band?
Just listen,
And you said that when you got here, so you had to learn English. Yes. So that might have been a reason why you. But I thought maybe you were in a band back home. But so so then what happened then at 30? What happened?
Well, I started going to some karaoke in Tampa. Like I said, enjoying the music and learning, and then I really grew that passion. So joining a band, it probably took another 6, 7 years. Life gets in the way and work and all that kind of stuff. And then from that point on, we were right now to Vox. Had a couple cover bands, but after having the cover bands, I felt like I needed something like my own signature that will put a stamp and nobody can take it anymore.
From who you are and what you are.
Right.
And that's original music, of course.
Exactly.
Right. So tell me a little bit about Vox. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you sent me some videos.
Right.
Some of this, you sent me a CD and T-shirt and everything. I should be wearing right now, but I'm wearing my sponsors. But anyway, so it sounded great. I loved it. I had to immediately get a hold of you. The videos are fantastic. The Kill Devil Films, Thomas Crane doing a great job. Doing a lot of videos for a lot of bands out there. Good plug for him. But so this band, you don't play out much. So your original band, that's tough. But have you done some shows?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, as you said earlier, what were the earlier names of the bands?
Well, we've been playing as original band since May. Okay, the history of it is, I'll explain to you really quick. We used to be a cover band called No Politics. So I moved out from there, moved on. I did my own thing, my original thing, and I auditioned some other people, and I just didn't have the chemistry, And I reached out to the guys, and they listened to the material. They're like, we're on board. And I know what I expect from these guys. They're they're my brothers, man.
Right,
we have the chemistry, and they jumped right in, and it was just like riding a bicycle. You know what I mean? So from now on, and we have a lot of shows coming up. We already booked all the way up to the first semester of the year.
Okay. Well, I definitely got to put some shows together. I got some original showcases coming up, and I'm definitely going to include Vox. So it's going to be I'm telling you, you guys are going to be blown away. This band kicks ass. They've got great music, great stage presence, and some killer videos. How can they find out? What is it? VoxOfficial.com?
Yes, VoxOfficial.com. That's our website. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, Reverb Nation. So we're all over the place.
All right. Well, look, I look forward to it. Regis Lima, Vox, thank you so much, man, for coming out.
Be sure to go to our YouTube page and subscribe. Coming up on our 4th episode of FMTV, we go to Peggy's Corral for their annual music festival, Wildstock 22. Where we had some great music by some bands, Zenith and Power Surge. Plus, we had a special appearance by an artist touring through Florida, Anthony Train of the band 308 Ghost Train. And he filmed a music video of one of his latest releases right there at Peggy's Corral. Then we have a flashback of some concerts at Ferg Sports Bar in downtown St. Pete with Mudfest, featuring Puddle of Mud, Saliva, Trap, Saving Abel, and Tantric. Then we take a look back at a legendary artist who recently passed away, and FMTV had the privilege of working with him, Mr. Brian Howe of Bad Company, for the show at Ferg Sports Bar 2019 New Year's Eve Bash. We send our condolences to Mr. Howe's family, and the time that the Beanie guys spent with him for the show showed me that he was a true humbled international artist. Also, the huge love that he had for dogs. that he donated all his merchandise proceeds to a local canine rescue organization. Also, a surprise edition of our segment, Damn, That's Hot. All this and more coming up on our next episode of FMTV, Florida Music Television.